So for me, all four of them, they've all got some anxiety, the unknown, why were they in the circumstances that they were in. And also, all of them have been left with unanswered questions. Why were they in that situation? Each scenario that we've seen, all four of them, the young girl, she has a very positive engagement young in her life. So that is your foundations of absolutely for that to flourish throughout her adulthood. However, from the brothers, she sees the negative side, and that has a snowball effect. But what I've seen from all four scenarios, and I do resonate with exactly what Adib said, is that there's this lack of communication. Why weren't they informed as to the actions that they took, that to eradicate any sense of that mystery of why, what happened at the time that it did, specifically that cultural faith-based one as well, where these are very, very sensitive areas of our communities, especially if they're practicing of that faith as well. You've actually violated exactly what they stand for. So that cultural competence is very, very important.
Exactly.
That's what I mean, those unanswered, unknowing of not explaining the reasons for their actions, even if they have, to the extent of the satisfaction of the family to fully understand why the actions were taken. So hence you've got that understanding of this young person who's saying, well, why? And those whys, if they're answered at the material times, it does not allow things to fester. When they fester and there's no explanation, that's when the damage happens. And by that time, it's far too late to recuperate what could have been salvaged at the material times. This is why that engagement piece, the communication, is so very important. And you see all that positive engagement, like that young lady said that when she spoke to the police officer, he did a masterpiece of an impact on this young girl. She still spoke positively of the police, yeah? But how do you evaluate that in terms of the police world? All I've seen for 3.5 decades is KPIs. Which box does that fit in? You cannot evaluate the power of that communication. But she still mentioned it, even though she'd gotten the negatives coming from the brothers. She could have chosen not to mention it at all because the actual impact on her brothers is more important to her. But she did not dismiss the positive side. Do you see the difference? But however, in our policing world, there's no evaluation to it, apart from this young lady who's voiced it for this film, your project. But otherwise, it's just gone, because it wasn't a number or a tick in the box.